Okay, it's August 2025 and we've just arrived in Salzburg on a campsite called Camping Nordsam. I'll make sure I get it right. It's about 6 kilometres from Salzburg itself, the town centre. We're going to be cycling there tomorrow, which they tell me it's about a 20-minute cycle, so I'm hoping to validate that tomorrow. Hopefully the train's not too uphill, or it could make 20 minutes closer to a few hours, but I'm sure it's probably not. It looks fairly flat from what I can see. And then we're going to obviously have a look at the sites then. Right, let's have just give you some rundown on this particular site. The pitches are, forget the red tape. I'll explain to you what they do. If you actually do forward, if you ring ahead and sort of book a pitch, what they basically do, they put this red, what looks like police tape across it, just so people don't go and park in it. Because what they tend to do is, once you arrive, you pretty much can walk around, as long as there's not one with this red tape on. You can pretty much drive in there, and that becomes your pit. So that can be good. Depending which way, obviously, if you're a person who arrives at site fairly early, it works out quite nice because you can pick your pitches. If you're one that's got to travel a bit of distance, then it makes it a little bit tricky. So I would probably say, if you can sort of head out, if you are planning on staying here, try to get here a little bit early, and then you can obviously you get a bit more selection on your pitches. Anyway, the site itself, it's down as a 4-star. I always tend to judge a site based on its toilet and its bathroom facilities, which in this particular case, a little bit tired, but they're okay. I mean, they are clean and they're functional, so I suppose for that reason they do their job. But it is down as a 4-star, which I personally, I would have probably put it more close to a 3-star. But location-wise, it seems to be okay. We're going to be here for about 4 days. You can just see my wife over there next with our dog Maya, which we will be travelling on push bike tomorrow with her in the little cart behind us. And hopefully, if the weather's okay, not too hot, because obviously it's not got to make sure it's doggy proof weather. We'll be picking up some sites tomorrow. At the moment, the weather's been really nice. I mean, I don't know if you can see it in the background, but the sky looks pretty blue and the sun's shining. I say for an August, it's okay. No rain expected, so all's good. Anyway, I'll report back on the sites as the week goes on. Arrived at the Mariensäule Gardens in Salzburg. Entrance seems to be free, which is, I thought I'd drop that in the conversation straight away. It's always handy. Anyway, I'm just going to pan around and show you a bit about it. It's very pretty, very busy. Could imagine that probably certain parts of the year it gets even busier. Just going to zoom around. We're probably going to head off into that garden shortly, hopefully to have a look around there. So I'm assuming you probably have to go. Yeah, there you go, this all open at the other end, I can just see along there. So yeah, so in advance, looks like you can get in there quite easy and walk around. So I'm just going to have a bit of a walk around and show you what it's all like and take some footage as we do. We're in what seems to be the heart of the gardens. As you can see, lovely flower beds. There's a water fountain up there. So I'm just going to have a wander up there. I'm going to have a quick stroll up there and keep the camera running, hopefully, so you can take in the sights. Okay, I made it down to the fountain. We're just going to have a little wander around here just for a second. And then I'll probably just take some stills of the monuments. So we've arrived at the Sound of Music Museum. It's actually a nice little park, as you can see from here, that you arrive and you just outside. Which this part's all free, dog friendly, so you can sort of always have a walk around here. I'll put some still pictures so often on it, but as you see, it's really nice. There is a car park here, so if you are decided not to bring the bikes and get here by your motorhome or something, there actually was a motorhome parked in the car park. It's quite a large car park. So imagine probably in the height of season you might want to get here a little bit early to actually get a parking space. From our point of view, we took the bikes, and that was about 20 minutes on the bike. Nice easy flat run from the site we're staying at. Took us probably about 20 minutes in total. It's about 8 or 9 kilometres, I guess, so it's quite a nice little leisurely ride, all flat, all intents to be pretty flat all the way. We're going to be going into the Sound of Music Museum shortly to have a look around that, so I can give you some footage once we're in there. And this is basically the park, which is, I'd say, very nice and free, which is always a bit of a bonus when you go to these places, because believe it or not, you can soon add up when you're sort of doing when you visit these places, and every single one wants a premium to get in. This is apparently it's €15 per person to get in, which is fairly reasonable, to be any fair. If they've got to keep the upkeep of the museum going and also the surrounding parks, that's actually quite reasonable, really, to be any fair. Because I think most people would pay, €5 plus just to get into this part if it was the case. Anyway, that's enough of me waffling on. I'll give you an update as we get into the. We've just arrived at the Sound of Music Museum. I'll just pan round and show you that part. As you come into it, you've got a massive park, really nice, very beautiful, loads of walking areas and even free toilets here and so forth. It's all free. The only part you pay for is going into the Sound of Music Museum, which apparently there's also some waterfalls fountains at the rear, which are a part of it as well. So obviously you do pay for that part. The rest of it's all free. It's absolutely beautiful, lovely little walk around here. So dog friendly, as you can see by my wife walking down with our dog at that end. All good, and so it's a fantastic place to visit while you're here. In our case, as I put on an earlier video, it was only probably 20 minutes bike ride and about 8 kilometres, so it's all really good, really easy to access and so forth. So I say that is the Sound of Music Museum, and I'll do some more videos later on. Look through my. Look through.
Going to do it now. When it does that little bit, it's going to do it. You're going to slip on them.
Hey, what? Okay, I'm just going to go into the Sound of Music Museum now. We've just been around the tricky waterfall fountains, and so we've just been around. So I've done some footage of that, so hopefully I'll share that on there. But in the meantime, I'm just going to walk around the Sound of Music Museum. Basically, when you pay for it, you may as well do both, really, because you have to pay for the entrance to here. Also gets you into the water fountains part. So it's one of both, really. Anyway, I want to go in now and see how it goes. Okay, we've been around the Sound of Music Museum. Must be honest, it wasn't really what I was expecting, but it's educational. I mean, obviously there's all history in there, and for that reason, if history is your bag, so to speak, it's certainly worth looking. And as I say, I think generally, doing something towards these places does keep them open, which obviously or hospitality is struggling a little bit. So I've got no objections to buying the tickets and seeing both events, either the fountains or the Sound of Music Museum. Both, as I say, both educational, certainly worth it. I mean, while you're here, you really need to get involved in the culture of the places as well. So it's really good. But as I say, I think what can be taken away from this morning is the fact that amazing that you don't actually have to. You could have actually come here and gone all around the park, around the actual grounds. Most of the grounds you can get round, and it would have been absolutely free to do it, which is just, you know, take your hats off to Austria for doing that sort of thing, really, because, you know, some people have to holiday on a budget, and for that reason you could have done. But anyway, it's worth going to see. It's worth looking round, and as I say, it's a bit of education at the same time, which is always a bit of a every day's a school day, so to speak. Hope that helps. I have to say, hopefully the video will also show you what's actually going on with that and some stills. You'll actually know what's actually in there. Until then, I will sign off. Right, we're now in Salzburg centre, the main plaza. There's a bit of a gathering up here. I got a strange feeling. Look over there. They've had a weddings today. They do actually do weddings here. But, just going to walk round and show you the centre part. So just actually the centre with the instructor. And what I'll do is I'll actually have a wander over, because they've got actually horses and carriages over here. So I'm assuming probably for the wedding party of some description. I'm just going to have a little walk over. I think it's a bit of a shame, really, because I was probably only about 5 minutes short of actually seeing the wedding people coming out. Really, obviously we could have actually seen that as well. So it's obviously you can just see the bride over that one, just over there. So anyway, we're in the centre.